Is it on now? Yeah, okay. So this is a poem that I wrote. So it's called 10 Fingers. Why is it that when we play 10 Fingers or Never Have I Ever or whatever you want to call it, we always seem to gravitate toward the mundane facts that our brain picks at random in a panic moment where the spotlight's on you and there's nothing you can do but shout out, never have I ever had sex? Why don't we say interesting things? Things the other people in the room, friends, strangers, the bride and groom from the church down the street, people you've met and will meet in your wonderful life would actually like to know. Like, never have I ever come home with enough energy to comb my hair or brush my teeth after a night spent puking in the streets. I should be ashamed, but I've been blamed so much for my debauchery that I feel framed like Roger Rabbit. It's a bad habit, but at least it's not heroin. Once you open up, give the other people a close-up of your own loves and hates. They always reciprocate, like the old woman who only ever speaks in a whisper, shouting, never have I ever gone rollerblading in the rain. And it may be fear of the pain, but I think it's more fear of the fall than fear of the impact. Because the small girl that I once was always made things out to be much worse than they turned out to be. The curse of dynamic memories. The nurse at the hospital on my 8th birthday telling me that while tying my bike to my dog's tail to get a free ride might seem like a good idea at the time, it's never a good idea to do without thinking. A phrase that started me overthinking so badly that now I can no longer do. Just think about if I could do what I would do. Or the film student, a kid who can point out all 4 flashes of Tyler Durden in Fight Club, but who stands up and admits, never have I ever liked Avatar. I know it's great and all that, but I'd rather watch indie flicks with indie chicks while sitting in my mother's basement than watch something that everybody else loves, but not really, only kind of. Only pretending they do, and blending into society and depending entirely on it to validate their self-worth. I'm not worthless, because I know where my worth is. And it doesn't lie with Zoe Saldana painted blue and missing a nose, no matter what you say about her lack of clothes. I'm not trying to tell you that you're doing it wrong, but you're not doing it right. At least not the kind of right that keeps people up at night, pondering life and their place in it. My little cousin Ian once told me, never have I ever liked playing with Hot Wheels. There's something about the spinning tires that makes me tired, makes me uninspired, makes me scared to get caught in the rut of the rat race when all I want to do is steal my sister's dolls and dress them in satin and lace, but when I told the kids at school that, they beat me so bad I had to get a neck brace, and in the black holes of my eyes, no light could be found. You learn so much about people by what they haven't done, will do, won't do, think about doing late at night, want to do even though it makes their stomach feel sick. We trick ourselves into next week, next month, next year. But as the years go by and the fear inside grows, we never get around to it. And the ancient man on his deathbed says, never have I ever gone skydiving. I never had enough time except when driving an hour to work every morning and dreaming of ripping the warning label off of life. It was only put there to test how bad we wanted it anyway. Or the Catholic schoolgirl, a girl who's young enough to still have baby fat on her cheeks but old enough to know the Lord's Prayer by heart, who admits, never have I ever kissed another girl, and it's not because I'm waiting for anyone special. I'm special enough for the both of us. I've just never had my chance to dance in the rain to a cheesy Taylor Swift song and have a girl accidentally twirl me into a puddle. I want to know what's so great about it that I'm damned for eternity if I fall for her. Next time someone tells you they've never ever done something, ask them why not. Are they too afraid of their inevitable death that every breath is just one closer to their last? Or have they not had the chance to go to Paris, skinny dip at midnight, see One Direction live in concert? Are they too afraid to march up to that hot girl in Econ 1002 who always sits in the same seat and writes with the same pen and kiss her full on the lips for being the one constant in a life full of uncertainties? That boy in your hall you've had a crush on since the day you moved in tells you, never have I ever owned a dog. I want a boxer and I'm gonna name him Smaug like the dragon in The Hobbit. I don't know why, I just like it. My mom says she's allergic to him, but I think she might be lying. I've been buying chew toys since I was old enough to get pocket money, which might sound a little funny to you, but my best friend's chihuahua chewed a hole in my favorite pair of shoes when I was younger, and I always want to be prepared. And somehow his complete lack of sanity makes you like him even more. Next time I'm at a party, sitting in a circle, passing the bottle of vodka around like we need it to go on living, chugging and then giving the rest to the person on your left like it's filled with diamonds, Like the only way we can open up and talk is by numbing ourselves until the numbers on the clock stop looking like our shitty grades. Next time it's my turn, here's what I'm gonna say. Never have I ever left a place or a person better than when I found them, because it's always easier to take than it is to give, and I'm so selfish that all the uneaten chocolate at the VIP tables is coming home with me. Never have I ever spent a night out completely sober, because it's always easier to be yourself when under the influence of mind-altering drugs and chemicals. Never have I ever switched religions for a day, though Buddha and God and Allah could find the Tao if only they went on pub crawls instead of holy crusades. Never have I ever met a single person who would never fall in love. Some write love on other people's foreheads so it feels like reciprocation. Some carve "don't touch me" into their own ribcage, but when they look in the mirror it reads "love me, please." Some write poems and perform them in front of crowds for a fleeting second of glory, but everybody finds love. What was that? Oh, it's my turn? Never have I ever had sex? Thank you. Weirdly enough, I don't know why.
Where do you get your inspiration from, and how do you go about writing something like that?
I came home very drunk one night after playing 10 Fingers in a friend's room, and I just got very angry about it.
Fair enough. Is there any? Do you have any other poems? Can we find them anywhere? Do you have like a website or?
I don't have a website. I do have a ton of other poems, though.
You should get a website.
Do you want to make me a website? Because I'm not very good with websites.
Sure. We'll have a drink afterwards. Great.
Guys, just hang on over here. You don't even need me.
Judges, let's go to you. Oscar, let's start with you first.
Sorry, Emma, what year are you in?
First
Year. Yeah, if I had the courage to do that in my first year, I would be very happy. I think that, deserves another round of applause. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really great. I think the delivery at the start was a bit shaky, but then you really got into it, and then it got,
Thank you.
Yeah, just great.
You can't
Awesome.
tell my knees are shaking, so no wonder it's shaking.
Chloe, what did you think?
I've had to reconsider tonight. I wasn't expecting emotional roller coaster. I'm trying really hard not to cry.
Leon, what did you say to her?
I really can't tell you what I said.
Leon should apologize just for being there.
Leon, can I ask?
You didn't ask, but I'm just going to say anyway. No, it was really amazing because it was very. There was moments of really being really poignant, and then moments that it was actually very funny. And the hardest thing to do is to stand up there on your own with a microphone. Like, I mean, the number one fear most people have is speaking in public, and the second is death. So, well, people would rather be in the coffin than doing the eulogy. And you've just proven that you just completely said fuck that shit, and you've done that. It was absolutely amazing. I was really, really impressed. Amazing.
Now you can die.
Just keep
Merry
it
Christmas,
light.
Keep it light, Oscar. Keep it light. Come on.
Melody,
Melody.
you want to follow
I'm
that?
already dead inside.
Melody, what did you think?
Yeah, they're completely right. Like, that was incredible. You really connected with everyone too. I was on the edge of their seat. It was awesome.
Thank you.
How did you memorize all of that as well? Is it written somewhere on your body and we just can't see?
No, I promise it's not. I can like hold my sleeve.
No, you don't. You don't need to bring it to me. I mean, maybe the judges, but you don't need to. You just are good at memorizing things.
Yeah, I'm really good at memorizing things. I pretty much have the first Harry Potter book memorized, so.
Go.
Next year. Next year, come back.
You win this thing if you do
We
that.
have number 4 Privet Drive. We're proud to say that they're very humble. Thank you very much.
Oh, fuck off.
Right? You do
Yeah.
one hand.
One more hand.
Oh, you never got to make your royal wedding joke.